Hello, and welcome to Around the Political World with John Rothman. I am your host, John Rothman. If you're a fan of the show, make sure to hit the follow button on the top right of Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you are listening at this very moment. When you hit follow, leave a review or share an episode with a friend. It helps other people discover the show, keeps us going, and as I like to remind you each and every day, it expands our base. Golden Age or the eve of a recession? What we saw on the stock market yesterday and what appears to be happening this morning is a lack of confidence in the American economy. Let's be clear. Donald Trump has spoken of a golden age, how there will be great prosperity in America, so great that no one could ever contemplate such a thing. And yet we know that Donald Trump's promises ring hollow. And I say that with some regret. But it's true. We still don't have a sense of tariffs and how they're going to affect us. We still do not know the implications of what is now Elon Musk's attack on Social Security, saying it is fundamentally a corrupt system. We do not yet know the impact on American business and industry of these tariffs that are being imposed. What we do know is the market is taking a big hit and that the Trump administration is going after Social Security. And frankly, these issues are of deep concern to the American people. I listened this morning to the Secretary of Agriculture in the Trump administration indicating that there would be a bumpy ride ahead. Well, that's exactly what Donald Trump is saying. The cabinet is reflecting what Donald Trump is saying. But do you understand? Do I understand? By the way, do the Republicans understand the implications of what is happening to our economy? Donald Trump is decided, clearly, to really tear things down. And look what he's done in Canada. He is doing everything to diss Canada. And essentially, I believe he's trying to bring Canada to its knees so that its economy suffers. Thank heaven, the new Prime Minister of Canada is saying absolutely not. We are not going to allow this to happen. We are going to fight back. And that's what the American people, it seems to me, are going to have to do. The power of Elon Musk is considerable. But let me point out to you, Elon Musk is neither an elected public official, nor is he someone who is particularly knowledgeable about how the American economy functions. By the way, take a look at Tesla stock, way down. Now, these are serious questions. And the question is, will Donald Trump be held accountable? I am reminded of the administration of Herbert Hoover. And yes, I do go back to Herbert Hoover as the point here. Do you remember his slogan? A chicken in every pot and 2 cars in every garage. The idea that America was entering a new age where there would be no poverty, no homelessness, no hunger. And we know that when the American economy tanked in 1929, that we went into a depression which did not end really until the Second World War. So this is a moment when we need to reflect and think. Had what Donald Trump is doing now been indicated before the election, I will express an opinion, clearly, that he would not have won the election. If people had understood the implications of Donald Trump's policies, well, I think the outcome would have been different. And that's not all. I want to be clear about something, which may not be popular with some who are listening to this podcast. There is a Palestinian student at Columbia University who led demonstrations against Israel. He did so clearly and precisely. He has a green card, or he had a green card. The Trump administration is pulling the green card. And now they are moving to deport him. A judge stepped in to prevent the deportation. But not only that, he has a wife who is 8 months pregnant, who is also, by the way, I believe, an American citizen, and who is also now being subject to harassment. And the question of freedom of speech in this country is critical. Let me be crystal clear on this, so there is no ambiguity. I am pro-Israel. In fact, I am a proud Zionist. I believe that Israel not only has a right to exist, but I believe that Israel is, in fact, a great country with some flaws, as the United States has, but a great country which is deserving of recognition and support. I make no bones about it. But I believe that when you go after someone's freedom of speech, and yes, I mean this Palestinian student at Columbia University who may not be an American citizen, but who has a green card, when you revoke the green card and when you move to deport someone because of their political views, then freedom of expression is being, well, frankly, broken up here in the United States. I am not in favor of the deportation of this Palestinian student. You want to fight Jew hatred on campuses? The way to do it is to expose it, to let people on a campus know exactly what's going on. That's what you do. You don't deport someone who, by the way, has a perfect right to be here. I may disagree with him, but I am reminded many years ago that Alf Landon, who was the Republican candidate for president in 1936, introduced the socialist candidate for president on numerous occasions, Norman Thomas, and he introduced him in Kansas at an event, and he said, "I may not agree with Norman Thomas, but I will defend to the death his right to speak." What is happening now is censorship. The attempt by the Trump administration to muzzle free expression is, to me, one of the most horrible indications of what the Trump administration is doing. Let there be no doubt about it. We have severe economic problems. Make no doubt about it. Freedom of speech is necessary for people who choose to criticize the Trump administration. The idea that, well, we're seeing in the White House, where the AP, the Associated Press, is banned from the White House and from the press pool when the president is traveling, because the AP insists on calling it the Gulf of Mexico. Donald Trump insists on calling it the Gulf of America, and he says because they won't comply with what he wants, well, to hell with them. He won't let them into the White House or into the press pool. Do you understand how dangerous this is for America? So we are talking about a variety of different things today. It is clear to me that Donald Trump reminds me more and more of the most negative things about the Hoover administration. And it is also clear to me that Donald Trump should learn the lesson of freedom of speech. There is something wrong, seriously wrong, in this country at this moment, and we'd all better recognize it and deal with it, or, my friends, the question of the future of democracy in America will be subject to question. I believe that the American economy is fundamentally strong, but I believe what Donald Trump is doing with tariffs, what Donald Trump is doing in, frankly, so many areas, hurts the very essence and fabric of American democracy. I make no bones about it. I'm saying it clearly and precisely, and that's what you're going to get on Around the Political World with John Rothman. Thanks for tuning into another episode of Around the Political World with John Rothman. Make sure to follow along and let me know your thoughts on the show by leaving a review on Apple Podcasts and sharing an episode with a friend or colleague so we can continue to grow and expand, which is, of course, our goal. You can interact with me on LinkedIn, on Facebook. You can certainly email me directly. I look forward to your comments. And I want to say a big thank you to Gogo Zoger, who is the producer of this podcast. I'll be back tomorrow with more on Around the Political World with John Rothman. See you then.